Keith would have a ribbon.
Thanks everybody for being here. I think it means the world to Elaine and to Paul. We'll begin with Kriya. So Kriya, as you know, is the tearing of your garment or the tearing of the ribbon. It's an outward sign that you're a mourner. Anyone who sees you knows that you're a mourner and you need special care and protection, extra degree of sympathy from everybody. You will be this way for a while. We'll tear it, and it's a sign that just as this is torn, and it won't be whole, it won't be together again. It's a sign that you also will not be whole. It's a sign that your hearts are torn. As if you needed a sign, you don't seem to really need that sign. It's an expression of emotion. We experience a lot of sadness and grief. It's a lot of different feelings we're having. So, spent so many years together with our husbands, our fathers, and we recognize those feelings. So we tear the ribbon and we say bracha, the bracha of Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam dayan, and praise you, Lord our God, in the universe, you are the true judge. So take your two hands on the bottom of the ribbon, both of you, and tear up. Repeat after me. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam dayan. There will be a long time before words are found to express the depth of the feelings of this moment. In many ways, they are beyond our comprehension. I know that you sit and think, I can't believe this. I can't believe that we're here again. Less than a month after the funeral of dear Linda, which contains such a depth of pain, we, and particularly Elaine and Paul, are confronted now with the death of Myron. The prophet cried out, Eli, Eli, my God, why have you forsaken me? We are just confronted in silence. I think of the Torah text after the death and the profound loss that was experienced by priest. The Torah can only say immediately after the death of his sons, and Aaron was silent. Anyone, and I mean all of us, who experienced the death of a loved one, know that at times there just were no words, there's only silence. There will be a day when these deaths will be woven into the fabric of their lives, and we'll speak more often. I'm not sure how either coherent or meaningful today. But there are a few things that I know. I know that we're here to honor Myron. Even in silence, our presence honors Myron. We're going to hear words spoken about him, and that too is our attempt to honor him. We're together as a community of friends with his family, ensuring you guys that you're not alone. We as best as is humanly possible, feel a little bit of your pain, express some of that pain. We participate in the rituals of burial. It's a way of responding to the chaos. So for this, we're grateful for a tradition. The night of time, the night of shame, the night of Torah. The Lord has given, the Lord takes away. We praise the name of the Lord. The psalm that's read on Sunday morning goes like this: "With David is more a psalm of David. The earth is the Lord's and its fullness. The world is his and all its inhabitants. God founded the world upon the seas and set it firm upon flowing waters. Me Yahweh Bahar Adonai Yakundim Kom Katshav. Who may ascend the mountain of the Lord, who may stand in God's holy place? It is he with clean hands and a pure heart, who would never take God's name in vain, swearing falsely. Receive a blessing from just reward from his God of deliverance. Such is the generation of those who seek God, who like Jacob alone. Myron's son-in-law will speak, and then Irene will say a few words.
Myron smiled. Myron Siegell, Elaine's husband of 60 years, Linda's father, my father-in-law. For as Myron proclaimed during our wedding, you are now my adopted son. I began to call him Dad. From my experience, Myron, Dad, a man of few words, but when he spoke, you listened. He had something to say. I first met Myron when Lynn and I were dating back in 2008. She invited me to her parents' home to meet them. I wasn't sure what to expect, and of course, I was a little nervous. I was a boy. So Lynn and I entered the home, and me being a natural hugger, the first person I see when entering the home is Mom in the kitchen, of course, making soup. So I immediately approach her and give her a big hug. So nice to meet you. I get a little surprised face look and a hug in return. Then Mr. Siegell exits his home office room. Linda introduces me. We shake hands. He gives me a quick nod, then says to Linda, Linda, I need to see you in my office. Probably something related to her taxes, since he always did her taxes. I was a little surprised, and later Linda and I laughed about it. Myron was doing what Myron always did, protecting his family, protecting his little girl. I appreciated it, and I respected it. Over the next few months and years, I came to know Myron and Elaine very well. I was accepted into the Siegell circle of trust. We shared dinners and brunches, went on cruises, celebrated Hanukkah and Passover Seders. The first Seder I attended was at Rabbi Steinhardt's home in Tobin. I was a little nervous, not sure what to expect. And then I saw this structure in the backyard that looked like a nice poolside cabana. But I was informed it was a chuppah. And I said, okay, I now like chuppahs. At the Seder, I observed, met people, and navigated my presence there as I was looking for something to do, some way to contribute. I believe Rabbi Steinhardt noticed this and he gave me a task. Would you like to help? I said, of course. What can I do? He said, open some wine. He guided me to the table filled with several bottles of wine. It was a large safe. I asked Rabbi Center, how many bottles should I open? He said, open them all. I knew I was in the right place. A place of family, love, acceptance, seriousness, responsibility, fun, respect, and tradition. Those are some of the characteristics I would use to describe Myron Siegell, a man dedicated to family, love, acceptance, seriousness, responsibility, fun, respect, and tradition. He adored his wife, Elaine. He adored his friends. He adored his dog, Riley. He adored his children, especially Linda, who passed 32 days ago today. And Linda adored him. He loved Lauren, Paul's wife. He loved Lauren, Paul's wife, and my children, Johnny and Chelsea, and my grandchildren, JJ, Stella, Oliver, and Finley. And he absolutely adored his grandchildren, Evie and Matilda. Myron could not wait for Paul to get married and have babies. One thing Lynn and I especially loved about Myron was what we called the Myron smile. We saw it every time he saw Linda and other family and friends that he cherished. And other times when a fond story, memory, or joke was shared, he would just smirk and smile ear to ear. The Myron smile. So Myron, Dad, please know we adore your smile, your character, your being, your love of family, acceptance, seriousness, responsibility, fun, respect, and tradition, and especially your love for your wife, Elaine. We miss you and will forever miss you, but we'll always keep the Myron smile in our hearts and minds.
I'm Eileen Schwartz. I wanted to discuss a little bit about those wonderful times. My friend was a very interesting man. sure not all you may know that aside from being a traveler, he was an unexpected free spirit. Now, you might raise an eyebrow at the free spirit part, given Myron's steadfast life as a conservative adventurous soul, especially with his fearless and devoted life he led by his side. I caught that adventurous twinkle in his eye. You saw the smile, I saw the twinkle. In photos during our travels. Though sadly, our printer gave up on us and I couldn't print everything out today. But we'll try to share some pictures later. We together journeyed through every corner of the Caribbean and ventured into the cool breezes of northeastern Canada, tasting everything from fresh Alaskan salmon to crispy grouper from Fort Myers Beach. Not to mention the tapas and dancing in Spain and Portugal. It's Las Vegas, but we won't be mentioning it. Our adventures weren't just in places, they were about life's milestones. Engagements, weddings, and anniversaries, including many New Year's Eve celebrations. Oh, those turkeys. There were turkeys here, turkeys there, everywhere. Whether it was Myron's donning a turkey costume or both he and Elaine transforming into the coolest pilgrims, their spirit and have always brought laughter and joy. Our entrances into the grand dining rooms often felt like celebrity moments, even if it was just a few folks wanting to borrow our costumes. Through it all, Myron's twinkle and Elaine's love were the constants. Here's to you, Myron. All love you and we'll miss you.
This is for Linda. It's for Dad. Pass fail. In his head, Friday, 1963, American top teaching experience of 21. Only a veteran of marriage to mother for exactly 5 days, October 25, in the selective service. Standing on a line in his underwear and Lower Manhattan's 100 Whitehall Street. Plus, at the front of this line is father's jiggle. 20 guys just passed out. Everybody's laughing, and the army guys, you know how they get, all yelling and screaming, making everybody turn around and shut up. A few hours further in all this, after they graded his intelligence test, my father's sitting one-on-one in a small office at a small desk with a guy in tight uniform holding up his scores in a militant right hand. You just graduated with a PS in accounting from NYU, the guy says, and did this lousy? Heaviness jiggles again. After he finished the draft's written exam, my father comes out of Whitehall's testing room to walk into a guy named Bob Johnson, an old Flushing High 1959 frat brother, a guy he hadn't seen in like 4 years. And they start holy shitting each other, shaking hands. The reunion picks up shared realities just graduating college. And Bob goes, "So, how'd you do on that written exam?" My dad whispered, I purposely flunked it. Pop's like, why? My dad says, because I didn't want to be a forward artillery observer in Vietnam. Holy shit. Bob is shocked. Why didn't I think of that, he says. My father then said he never saw the guy again. It's crazy, right? He was crafty, that Myron. Everybody okay? I'm just going to keep plowing forward.
Yeah, keep going. Keep
All
going.
right. One wild Friday night in 1961, a sprightly 16-year-old girl named Elaine Weeder from Jamaica, Queens, got all dolled up and went out with her Gamma Kappa Delta high school sorority sisters to an NYU Beta Sigma Rho fraternity party near Washington Square. Elaine was dancing with a guy named Jerry Storch. But when she heard someone make a loud, rambunctious, barbaric yell as he burst into the party, she looked over to see who it was. Myron Ernest Siegell, born on November 7, 1941. His parents, Benjamin and Pauline, were of Romanian and Ukrainian descent. He lived in the East Village on 11th Street between Avenues A and B, right near Thompson Square. Myron grew up with his older brother, Stuart, who went to Flushing High, graduated with a bachelor's in accounting from NYU. He told me once that not only did he do folk singers Pete Seeger's taxes, but Woody Guthrie's as well. Sorry. He took about the wall. All right, we're gonna lower the camera. I'm so sorry.
Okay, friends on Zoom, I'm sure you can figure out that it's raining here, torrential downpour, a lot of wind. So we completed the video. Family is going to continue with the eulogy when they get to the Shiva house. Thank you all for coming. It was recorded, and we will send it out to the family. Thank you. Memory marker, I think it's right there, but careful, Ethan. Ethan, pull it back this way. Yeah. Here, hold on a second.